And the crunch. It's out of this world.
Welcome to Luto Inato. We created this channel for a cause to promote Filipino historical food culture and old-fashioned food traditions. We are advocates of Cebu Food Revolution to promote food as medicine, slow food movement to promote heritage food, and communities for alternative food ecosystems initiatives for health and sustainability. We are home chefs and we cook to make a difference.
Hello mga friends! Mama, Papa, Nanay, Tatay, Lolo, Lola, Tiya, Tiyo, Ate, Kuya, mga Inday o mga Undong. I am Home Chef Sweetie of Luto Inato at your service. We are here to promote home cooking. We will be teaching you how to cook easy, simple, and good food for your family. Together, let's rediscover our heritage food and we will make use of the fresh and local ingredients to support our local farmers. So, it is very important that we know the source of the food that we are eating and make suki with your farmers. Love your farmers because they work hard to provide you with the freshest ingredients that you will be using. Not only that, our food traditions, we should also know the nutritional benefits of the food that we are eating. The fresher and more natural food that we will be eating, the better for Mother Earth and for our well-being. So, karon magluto na ta. We will be preparing a very special delicacy from the northern parts of Mindanao and some parts of the southern Visayas Islands. The Kabkab. So this Kabkab is very special to the people of Mindanao and some parts of the Visayan area. It's made of the cassava root, the fresh cassava roots that we harvested from the farm there in Agsungot. See, the ingredients are so basic for the Kabkab. It's just the cassava root, sugar, and some salt. The purpose of the salt is just to neutralize the sweetness of your sugar that you will be adding to the ingredient. It's just that, very simple. 3, cassava, sugar, and salt. So, after this will be processed, the cassava or the kabkab will be laden with a caramel sauce. So, the ingredients of our caramel sauce is just our coconut milk. The milk that we manually extracted from the mature coconut that we desiccated. So using the kudkuran. And then we also have the brown sugar. So that's it. As simple as that. You know this kabkab, it originates in the northern parts of Mindanao. The people in Dipolog call them burikit. No? The sitsiritsit is from the Davao del Sur in Digos. So they call them sitsiritsit. The Chavacanos, the Misamisnon, the Camiguin, from the people of Camiguin, they call this kiping. And from the people in Palawan, they call this piking. So different names for just one simple delicacy. The one that we really loved most growing up, the kabkab. Now we will be squeezing our freshly grated cassava. The purpose of this is to get rid of the toxins that are naturally present in our cassava roots. Cassava root is naturally has cyanide contents or cyanide compounds. So it's not good for human consumption. That is why we need to squeeze out the juice by using a cheesecloth. This one. The cyanide compounds of the cassava root is not good for human consumption. So make sure that you squeeze it really dry to get rid of these toxic compounds. Wow, this is how it should look like. See this? Squeeze it really hard to get most of the liquid that we don't need. These are the liquid that we don't need. So continue until all of this will be squeezed out with much of its juice. So this is the freshly grated cassava that we have squeezed. You crumple this one into a big mixing bowl because we will be adding our sugar and a little bit of salt for the taste. You crumple this so it's really dry. Most of the juices are already extracted. Actually, this squeezed dried cassava can be stored in the ref. You can stay it frozen for 2 months, and if you happen to have bought so many cassava roots, so you can preserve it or you can just freeze it for future use. So dili kayo ta mag-uol kung makapalit ta og daghan. So we'll be adding the sugar. Our sugar. And a little bit of salt to neutralize the sweetness of the sugar. You don't need to add too much sugar, because after the kabkab will be deep fried, we will be sprinkling it with a caramel sauce. So continue mixing until everything is well incorporated. So here is our squeezed dried cassava mixed with sugar and a dash of salt. So now we will be assembling this over a banana leaf, because this still has to be sun-dried for a couple of hours before it is being deep fried. So it has to be really dry before we fry it. So now we will be cutting our banana leaf, and we will start making circles or disc for our kabkab. So this is the freshly grated cassava that we have shaped into a disc. We're waiting for the water to boil. Okay, we will be loading this. So this still has to be boiled before it has to be sun-dried and before it has to undergo its final cooking process of deep frying before it becomes into a kabkab. Now our water is already boiling. Oh. So we will be loading our cassava and the banana leaves. You will know that the cassavas are already cooked when it becomes translucent. See? We'll wait around 2 minutes, I think, for it to fully cooked and becomes translucent. The edge started to become translucent, meaning it started to get cooked already. So eventually all of it will become translucent. So it's just around a minute for it to fully cooked. Now it is already cooked. It is very translucent already. We are going to unload this and we will sun dry this for a couple of hours before it goes into the final process of deep frying before it becomes the kabkab that you really love. See, now you have known how difficult making kabkab. You will never look kabkab the way you looked at it before. Now you will appreciate it even more, you will love it even more, and you would even thank the vendor. Next time you're going to pass by a vendor selling a kabkab, you have to tell them that you are so grateful that they made it, because it's really labor intensive. It's really a work of love, making this very special delicacy. It takes so much time, it takes so much effort just to have, or just for you to eat the kabkab that you really want. Here we have our grated cassava that has been cooked already and is now ready for sun drying. So we'll be drying this for a couple of hours until it gets really dry before we will deep fry this one. Dried kabkabs that we have sun dried for more than 4 hours. See? It's really dry. So later we are going to fry this. So these are the kabkab that we have sun-dried. Now it's really dry. See, oh. We will be frying this deep fry so that we can have the delicious, the crunchiest kabkab that we also love. Okay, now we're heating the pan. We are preparing for the deep frying process of our sun-dried kabkab. We are now going to deep fry our sun-dried kabkab. So we have here a wok with enough oil so that we can do the deep frying process. Okay. Okay, it easily gets brown. See? The aroma is so delicious. I think I have to slow down the heat. Lower it down, so that it doesn't get easily burned. So preparing this very delicious delicacy is very time consuming, wherein you have to take a lot of time in preparing, still have to sun dry, still have to do all the things that we did. And it's really labor intensive, but then it's yummy, so the hard labors are all worth it. Okay? The smell is so nice. But you have to be cautious when frying because it easily get brown. There, we have our kabkab. We'll continue frying the remaining kabkab. As I have said, this is very labor intensive. So the next time you are going to see a vendor selling this kind of delicacy, you have to be grateful. We are cooking our caramel sauce for the kabkab. This is just a mixture of coconut milk and brown sugar. So you will continue to cook until the mixture thickens. This is our caramel sauce for the kabkab. It's just a mixture of coconut milk, brown sugar, and muscovado sugar. You can use just brown sugar if muscovado is not available. But then, the color of the brown sugar is lighter than the shade if you have a muscovado sugar. So this case, I mix the brown sugar and the muscovado. So this is the color. Now this is ready for our kabkab. Now this is our freshly deep fried kabkab. So we will be serving this with our caramel sauce, which consists of our coconut milk, freshly grated, freshly squeezed, mixed with brown sugar and muscovado sugar. So we will be drizzling this caramel sauce over our kabkab. See this? Okay, so this is how we buy our kabkab from the vendor outside our school campus when we're very young. Okay, so this reminds me of happy childhood days. Enjoy our kabkab, and it makes or it brings us to a not so distant past, so full of happy memories, so full of childhood carefree days. Our freshly cooked kabkab, well loved by the people of the southern Visayas Islands and also from the people of Mindanao. So this is called sitsiritsit by the people of Davao del Sur, especially there in Bigos, and it's called kiping by the Chabacano people or from the people of Zamboanga. Okay, and it's also kiping by the people of Camiguin and some parts of the Misamis Oriental. This is called burikit by the people of the Dipolog and the rest of the nearby towns. And by the Palawan people or the Palaweños, this is called piking. Okay, so now let's enjoy our kabkab. Thank you everyone for watching, and if you like our demo, please subscribe to our channel and share it to your friends. We make our videos fun and informative for everyone. Let us hear your feedback. Just comment below. See you next time!